Alright guys, yes, last of the Phase 2 individual movies. We had our Iron Man 3 or Thor 2, now we got our Cappy 2. Is it going to be the worst one? Or the best one? Oh, come on, you already know. What's happening, film friends? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And of course, you know who's in this movie. Mr. Chris Evans reprises his role as Captain America. We got Scarlett Johansson. Oh my god, she's so hot. She's so hot. She's so hot. Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Redford, Anthony Mackie, even though I kind of think he's a little douche for what he said about Batman. Anyways, it's okay. I'm past that. And like I said, this is the last of the individual Phase 2 movies. We had our Iron Man 3, we had our Thor 2, now we have our Captain America. We get to see what he's up to after the whole Avengers thing. And pretty much, he's the only one that didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that didn't leave. Everybody else went into hiding, or they went back to their planet, or just went back to the luxury life of being Iron Man. But Captain America stayed with S.H.I.E.L.D. He still does missions for S.H.I.E.L.D. He still works with Nick Fury and Natasha Romanoff, so he's still kicking that ass. And he's also still adapting too. He's still going, he's still trying to adapt to modern life, which is cool, and they show that in this movie, which I thought was great, because it was like, okay, he's still trying to adapt, and, they still make it funny, like they did in the Avengers, really. So he's still kicking ass, doing missions for S.H.I.E.L.D., and, he comes across some weird stuff, of course, going on, because S.H.I.E.L.D. has secrets, Nick Fury has secrets. We know this. He's the spy of spies, as Tony Stark said. So Captain America's still kind of iffy on what's going on here, and then, of course, while these missions are going on, and he's still trying to figure things out, with Hydra and everything, we got this Winter Soldier character that just kind of comes out of nowhere. He's got a robotic arm and a robotic leg, and he's just a kick-ass everything. I wouldn't mess with him. So now he's got to stop this Winter Soldier and then just kind of figure out what the fuck is going on. And what did I think of Captain America the Winter Soldier? Well done, Cappy. Guys, this is the best movie of the year so far. Yes, it is. Wow! You knew it was gonna be the case. You knew I was gonna love this movie, because I'm a big superhero fan, and it's getting crazy ratings, great reviews. Everybody's just going, oh my god, Marvel's taking superheroes to the next level, which, when I heard that, I was like, well, what about The Dark Knight? Because that movie kind of parlayed these superhero movies into, people accepted them as movies. And I kind of got a sense of that kind of formula in this movie. I shit you not, because if you look at The Dark Knight, it was essentially a cop drama dealing with the mob, but it was a superhero. Now you have this movie that deals with conspiracies and spy and espionage with a superhero, so it's kind of like balancing that. Dark Knight balanced, cop drama and mob drama with a superhero, and this balances espionage, spies with a superhero, and I think that is fantastic. The directors are brothers. I think it's Joe and Anthony Russo. They made an excellent movie, guys. I mean, I tell you what. The pacing of this movie is fantastic. It's great. You never get bored. You really never get bored. And when the action's there, you're like, yes. When the action's not there and they're just going back and forth, it works. I am such a lover of snappy dialogue, okay? I'm a sucker for it. If you have some snappy, witty dialogue, I love it. And that's what's in this movie, And I always watch, action movies, and I see sometimes the dialogue just doesn't work. Need for Speed, Sabotage. And I always think, man, they could have ended that scene. Before they ended that scene, someone could have said a witty line that would have had people laughing into the scene. That's what this movie does. I love that. There's always, something witty, When something was going on, then it would stop, and there'd be some banter. The banter between Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans was fantastic, because, he's still trying to modernize himself, and she's trying to, get him to go on a date. I think she has, a little bit of a crush on him. You kind of get that sense. But, she's still trying, so they kind of go back and forth with that kind of stuff. It's very funny. And the way they introduce the Falcon is awesome. I was totally thinking, okay, that's a weird way to do it, but it so works. You would think they would just introduce him and then bam, he's within it. But it's totally different the way they introduce the character, and I thought it was perfect. Chris Evans, of course, does, he's Captain America. He's a badass. And I tell you what, guys, Captain America, if you thought he kicked ass in the Avengers, you have not seen anything yet. He is, whoa. And I'm telling you, that shield is a thing of its own. It's its own character. He utilizes that shield like you haven't seen. I mean, it's of course it's far-fetched as all hell, but it's Captain America, guys. Sam Jackson, of course, being Sam Jackson, Nick Fury. But you know what's awesome about this movie is we never have seen Nick Fury get his ass kicked, and he gets his ass handed to him in this movie. You already know that from the trailer when you see him in the truck. But I mean, he goes through some hell, which is awesome because we haven't seen that. He's usually in and out of the other movies and in the Avengers when he needs to be, but you haven't really seen him get messed up. It was just such a great balance between the action and just the witty dialogue, and just seeing Captain America still trying to adapt to modern life and just trying to cope with what's going on. Because like I said, he's the only one of the Avengers that's stuck around. He's still working with S.H.I.E.L.D. He's still doing missions, but he's still going, who do I trust? I don't know who to trust. And I'm still trying to figure shit out, you know? What's this? What's that? Oh! Best movie of the year so far. I shit you not, guys. Best fucking movie of the year. Totally right there. I mean, that's my opinion, at least. If you like the Avengers, if you like the original Captain America, you should see the first Captain America too, just to let you know, because there's a lot of twists in this freaking movie too, which is great. There's a lot of twists where you're like, oh, whoa, hey. Of course, there's one big twist that you should already know, really, because you could just easily find that. I won't say it, but you should already know, guys. Come on, go see this movie. If you're a fan of any of the other movies, Avengers, you'll love this movie. It's a great balance of spy espionage flick with a superhero movie. Perfectly balanced. Good job. Like I said, I clapped. So let me know if you guys saw it down below in the balls area. What'd you think of it? Did you love it just as much as I have saying I loved it? I mean, yeah, fantastic movie, guys. Also, hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And also visit filmjunkie.com for your latest movie news, as well as this film review and other film reviews, you know. I do that from time to time. Well, alright, guys, I am David, the Film Junkie, and I brought you a film review of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. My God. Guys, I'm telling you what. Scarlett Johansson. So hot. So hot. I mean, I wasn't digging the straight hair. I kind of liked it when she had, like, the curly, wavy hair, but, you know, it just works. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for a raspy voice. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Yeah. So if you ladies out there have a cold or strep throat, I'm all about it. Wow, that's just sick. I need to go lie down.